1、2、3 Happy International Women's Day!
I'm an executive director at the Sarawak Children's Cancer Society.
I'm a musician and I play a traditional instrument called Sape.
我是一个 digital content creator.
I'm a graphic designer.
I am a lecturer in UNIMAS.
目前是一个年轻的妈妈。I was approached to start up this charity event, Go Bold.
That journey started a long time ago, but I've been a professional, full-time musician since 2014.
本来是念 mass comm 的，之后就有在做 event management， 之后就从事了电台 DJ， 之后就比较全职在这个 online 这一块。
We signed up for our first market. While we were getting ready for it, we decided we just can't just have a planner. So we decided to create other products, think of a name for our little business. It just went on. Here we are 6 years later.
现在是有一点点在从事这关于分享母婴知识这一块。之前也有做代言，其实应该是真的是把它生出来过后开始的。He was actually deciding to quit from the field that I was actually studying.
It was to actually leave my corporate job and to pursue the arts. I think it was also the toughest decision that I made.
踏出我的舒适圈。20岁初的时候，没有很努力或者是很勤劳，去好好的善用网络或者是各式各样的东西，就是没有去尝试很多的平台。如果那个时候开始做的话，现在可能有更多自己想不到的成果。
Is to do this sometimes seems like the worst decision was at the same time, but I think on hindsight, 6 years later now, we've met so many wonderful people and so many experiences. I wouldn't have got anywhere else. Pioneering is not easy, but it's really very rewarding at the same time.
Marrying my husband, maybe. Yeah, and joining UNIMAS as a lecturer. Lecturing is quite fun. I like meeting the students is one of the best things.
我觉得做最对的选择就是生他。我个人是一个就是那种好像遇到什么事情都会留后路，所以其实没有什么很艰难的决定。如果真的要讲的话，应该就是自己远嫁咯。没有。如果讲有的话，我会让他就是我不要去觉得我有什么后悔的决定，因为你去想这些东西的话，会一直让你处于一个很负能量的状态。I've always wanted to work in an NGO, Maybe I was inspired by Oprah Winfrey and her doing works in Africa and something like that. Getting paid to do something that you love it's just another thing.
So I walked into this free art museum and I remember being around the paintings and just feeling this absolute calm and peace and happiness. And I knew that being around artwork, being around music and being around creatives was a way that I could always feel those things, be at calm, be at peace.
5岁开始，我就是一个个性比较是想要在舞台上，或者是跟很多人混在一起，可能那个时候开始就已经会喜欢这样的东西吧，从小到大。
Even if it's a very long day or very tough day, you know that you are actually building something. It's always just so fulfilling. My heart's always full at the end of the day, despite how tired it can be.
I started to love it when I see every semester students do very creative things. I like to see what they have produced, how express their creativities.
我做妈妈的话，算是一开始就调整到很好，因为我本身就是一个想早婚的人。其实我之前是想生5个小孩。Sacrifice for me is more like a choice that I knew that I would be making. For example, when you're working in NGOs and you have more events, it's mainly on weekends and public holidays, right? So it's not really a sacrifice per se, but you already know that you're going to be working on those days that your families and friends could be free and you can't be able to join them. Going bold, I don't really think it was a sacrifice that I had to do it because I was working for SCCS, but it's more something that I wanted to experience myself. Yeah, so I don't really think I sacrificed a lot, but I definitely gained a lot more in what I'm doing right now.
When I look back, I think one of the biggest sacrifices I made was having that certainty with a full-time job, with employment, having the salary raise, the PF and all of those things.
牺牲掉跟家人相处的时间，像前几年如果是忙 DJ 的东西，可能新年只是回去几天，然后就回来了。
Social life, the lifestyle that you want, and also a lot of time with your friends because you're always busy doing something. You always got, being the designer, you're the postman, you're the accountant, you're everything.
As a mother, you wish you could like travel and go hoo-ha with your friends outside at night, but then we have to look after the kids.
不能讲我牺牲什么，就应该讲我失去自己，就是最原本的自己哦。你看我也不能够像以前再去玩啊，还是什么，也算 OK， 我可以接受，因为我就觉得说，我甘愿在这几年就是一直陪他们，总好过我要出去玩，然后一直在担心。我觉得这样子就是好像一般这样，好像想说，那我能陪他的时间我就陪他咯。
Genuinely knowing that you are impacting someone's life in their hardest time.
Seeing a sea of faces I've never seen before sing along to our songs in our native language.
会让我父母有让他们感到骄傲，因为可能他们会觉得说，哦，那时候有做 DJ， 然后过后生活到 OK， 有出一下新年歌，至少在过程中有得到他们对我的这个信任跟安慰。
Seeing how many other new local startups actually benefited from this platform that I've been building all these years.
We could afford to buy a house. For me, it's something huge because as an architect, we want something our own, like an empty canvas that we can like throw our own ideas, not just for clients.
就看到他开心、健康成长，我就很开心了。
In my line of work, I feel that women has advantage, but I do feel that when it comes to nurturing, women has that skill set. It's inborn in us to be more nurturing towards kids. But having said that, of course, I was reading an article where they say, 70% of women in NGOs, but there's only like maybe 30% who are actually CEOs of NGOs. Some women, you're juggling family, you're juggling having your own kids. And how do you juggle that, having to be a CEO of your organization? It's a lot more than a man. If your child gets sick, it mainly look for the mom than the dad, right? So the mom has to juggle both work at home and in the company. So that could be rather challenging.
Being a woman in the music industry, women are still the minority in the global music industry. You see many women artists, but behind the scenes, the producers, recording engineers, and people that run the industry are mainly men. I find it a challenge to have that feminine energy, but to also be that boss. So it's finding a way to navigate that.
我觉得在我这个领域啊，做女生可能如果比起男生来，好像女生会比较容易一点。只要是看得顺眼，很多东西可能会占优势。
Actually, I don't think I'm the best person to answer that because like most of my colleagues and the people I work with in my field are actually women. But it's just really inspiring to see like so many other women actually come together and like support each other and build each other's dreams and encourage and it's just a wonderful community to be in.
Similar to other women, time for your family and kids. That's the challenges where because some guys they didn't have to so much pressure about the kids and their family. Women have to think a lot and emotional and blah blah. Guys don't have that much of a thinking. So I think that's challenges to us women.
要怎样同时做好一个妈妈、女儿、媳妇跟妻子的角色。
I do feel that there is still a lot of stereotypes, beliefs within ourselves, in our family about what a role women should play. But women nowadays, they have ambitions, they have dreams and things that they want to achieve. You may not be the best of everything, but I believe that you can give the best that you are and your kids will see that.
My advice for all the women out there is to support each other, to be collaborative, don't compete against your sisters, and to talk to each other about what problems we're facing, because I think even across industries, a lot of us would be facing quite similar challenges. And yeah, I think there's a lot that we can learn from each other.
现在不管你要做什么东西，你都去做就对了。可是你在做的同时，你要知道你今天做的每一件事情是不是有在 add value 给人家，真正的 influence 到人家。
Keep doing what you do, even if no one sees it.
Don't put so much pressure on yourself. Just do what you can do. They should be like more supportive.
不要让自己活得太累，记得爱自己，相信自己可以做好自己想做的事情。然后我还有一些话要给妈妈们，你的孩子不是需要一个很优秀的妈妈，而是需要一个开心的妈妈。
Happy International Women's Day.
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 Happy International Women's Day.